Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming to join us at this Dharma Assembly for GuanYin Bodhisattvas living the home life. First of all, I'd like to make a comment about the ceremony. It's getting better and better. Both the performance of the ceremony as well as the chanting from the assembly. I remember when we first started doing this at Lu Mountain Temple, the girls couldn't sing. They chanted all wrong. So it took about a year or two before especially the ladies got it right. But today, I'm so impressed with the quality of the ceremony. Okay, it is what I might say very good. Overall, it's very, very good. Okay, however, it could be better. Okay, this is so far I would rank this ceremony among the top of the ceremonies out there. Okay. Technique-wise, it's very, very good. Okay. However, just one small thing. The signature, our signature of doing ceremonies is samadhi. Okay, meaning that the person who does the ceremony enters samadhi or does it in samadhi. Whether it's reciting this, whether it's reciting the Buddha's name, that's our standard, okay? Because the Ueno is supposed to lead the assembly and facilitate all of us entering samadhi. And therefore, there's certain technique to do that, and they're very, very simple, okay? They rush through a little bit during the first part of the ceremony when they started reading the text. Okay, see, the way I chant is about 15 to 20% slower than they did. Why? Because if you're in samadhi, you'll be reciting it more slowly. Number two, as you follow the Ueno, you will also make it easier. The slow pace helps you contemplate the meaning of the text, because this is what it's supposed to do. The slow pace helps you contemplate the meaning. See, today is a little bit rushed. It's like the typical Chinese chanting, if you will. I'm not impressed with typical Chinese chanting because they don't understand samadhi. Okay, we got to be better than that. Okay, we need to slow down a little bit more so that it's easier for people to enter samadhi. Why is it important? Because if you people at home record this and play it along and chant it at home, okay, it would be easier for you to enter samadhi. And every time that we help you enter samadhi, we increase our blessings. Okay, so that's why not only when we enter samadhi to do the ceremony, we create more blessings, but also if we do it right, we induce you entering samadhi, then we even create a lot more blessings for ourselves. Okay, so when you do ceremonies, especially you left-home people here, you should pay attention to that. Don't miss out on the opportunity to create even more blessings for yourself. Any questions or comments? Slower. And the woodfish today was nervous, so she's slightly, just a tad faster than the Ueno. That's because of lack of experience. The ears is not there yet. Okay, but slow down. too fast. Okay, don't be it so slow that you run out of breath. Makes it hard for you to chant. But you do it too fast, then it's just like a regular person chanting. It doesn't do anything. Okay, the slow down. When you slow down, it encourages you to contemplate the meaning of the text that you're reading. Whereas if you go a little bit too fast, then you don't have time to contemplate. Understand? That's a technique behind this. Okay, that even the Chinese don't get it anymore. All right? Please pay attention. But otherwise, you've been practicing, you've been doing good. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, today is GuanYin Bodhisattva leaving home celebration. So we talk about leaving home. Okay, unless you have any questions. Okay, according to the scriptures, there are 4 kinds of leaving home people. And those of us, left home people, left the home life with our bodies, but not with our minds. Meaning that we say goodbye to our family and loved ones and friends, shave our head, don a left home person clothing. Okay. Physically, we take on the appearance of a left home person. However, our mind is not about leaving the home life. We are still very attached to worldly things. Okay, and that's why this Buddha, when he created this Sangha, this group of left home people, is for a special purpose, is to help us sever these emotional attachments to our families. Okay, we have a lot of attachments to our families and loved ones. And being home only reinforces those attachments. Okay, so when we leave the home life, we're supposed to sever the attachments to our family. And yet, these people, they still think about the family, and in particular, they think about love. Okay, they indulge in thoughts of love and lust. Okay, and therefore, the mind is not in the proper mind, in the state of proper mind of a left home person. Why do left home people need to sever love? Because, let me tell you, when you do not indulge in love, okay, your mind is more at peace, and your body is actually has a lot more energy to cultivate. And it's like, instead of wasting your energy on sensual pleasures, you use that energy to cultivate. If you do not waste your life energy, okay, it's like you carrying a nuclear reactor, and that will propel you to enlightenment, which is the purpose of living a home life. I don't know about the other programs, but our programs, I made it very clear. We shave our heads is in order to reach at least 4-stage arhats. If not, we consider ourselves to be failures. Okay, and that's why it's very possible, because we have the secret knowledge, the secret training process in order for our people to get there. Okay, as the Buddha intended. Okay, and so That's why this first group of people who only appear like left home people, but think about love, they think about girlfriends and boyfriends and so forth, okay? They're not true left home people at all. They will not make it. They will not become enlightened. Number two, there's also a group of people who actually the mind have severed love and worldly attachments, and yet the body does not take on the appearance of a left home person. This group of people are very, very special. They're very rare in the world. Okay, I know, but in particular, I know of a few people out there, disciples of Master YongHua, who fit this category. Okay, and the best example of such people, where the mind have left the home life, but the body hasn't, is Vimalakirti. Okay, that's a lay person who's actually a sage. Okay, so these group of people, even though they don't have the appearance of a left home person, actually qualify as a left home person in our books, in my books. Okay, I treat these people the same as I would treat my left home people. Okay, so that's the second group. There's a third group of people. Okay, don't think we don't pay attention. Our standards are very precise, very exacting. The third group of people is they don't leave the home life with the body or with the mind. That's most of you. Okay. Regular, ordinary people. You live your normal life and you live at home, and your mind is about not that of a left home person. That's what ordinary people are. Okay, so it is much more difficult for this third group of people, and from our perspective, from the sage's perspective, they realize that this third group of people is what really drives us to leave the home life, and in order to come back and help these people, that includes our family, our friends, okay, that we care for deeply, we love dearly. Okay, this is why we leave the home life, is in order to eventually come back and help this group of people. At first, this group of people, they don't understand this leaving the home life thing with the Buddhists. That's why they are very very against us leaving the home life. They actually get very upset. Okay, but in time, when they see that look at our achievements, look at our happiness, okay, our success, then and they receive our help, then eventually they become very glad, very grateful that there's such a thing in the world, whether Buddhism we can embrace, or a normal life, as well as another group of people who decide to get away from the worldly concerns, the worldly ambitions, and do something more lofty. Okay? And there's such a thing. All right? And number 4, there's a group of left home people who left home life with their body and with their minds, meaning that they put on the clothes of the Sangha. When you talk about body here, it's not simply appearance of no hair and clothing and so forth, but actually these people have exemplary deportment. There's certain we do emphasize a certain deportment. That is, we expect left-form people to carry themselves like left-form people. What are those standards? Those standards are in the 4 compartments. We carry ourselves with dignity. Okay, as the way that the Buddhists teach it, Buddhist teachers said, there's the 4 compartments that what they call 4 awesome compartments. That if you reach 4th stage arhats, it will come to you naturally. If it doesn't, we can teach it to you, and you will be able to execute it very, very easily. It's not something that you pretend. Okay, it's a natural state of mind that manifests through how you carry yourself. Okay, so even though the left-form people haven't reached 4th stage arhat yet, if they start by observing 4 modes of awesome comportment, it makes it easier for them to reach 4th stage arhat. This is a secret that the Chinese have, the Indians have. They don't explain to their people anymore. What's become is actually just a facade in order to get more donations from you. Oh, I'm walking like a left-form person. Oh, I'm talking like a left-form person. Okay? And it's in order to hope that you notice that we're different, we are superior. Therefore, you be more impressed and leave us your fortune when you die. Anyone ever thought of that, by the way? Okay. One of my disciples said, she's a lot younger than I am. She said, I'm leaving you half of my fortune. I said, oh, wow, that's wonderful. But you're going to die. I'm going to die before you. How is it going to help me? And after that, she disappeared. Oh, well, easy come, easy go. Anyway, so what are these 4 deportments? These 4 deportments are very important for you to keep in mind, especially monks and nuns. Okay, what are the 4 deportments? Anyone remembers? See, even my own left-form people, disciples, they draw a blank. They don't even know what it is. You really lack fundamentals in your training program, don't you? Huh? Seriously, how can you ever expect to reach 4th stage arhat? You don't even know what it is. Okay, you sit like a bell. Okay, meaning that, and you sit firm like a bell. Full lotus. You sit in half lotus, then the legs, one leg is higher than the other. Okay, it's a crooked bell. If you sit in full lotus, it's an even bell. Okay, and that has the advantage of actually being very good for your digestion. They proven, the medical people have studied people who sit in full lotus. These medical researchers happen to be Indian. I talked with some of them. And they researched the people who study the people who regularly sit in full lotus. And they found out these people have better digestion than those who did not. Okay, so sitting a bell will help you. It's the most comfortable. That's how you can sit a lot longer. Okay, and it makes it easier for you to enter samadhi and good things. So you sit like a bell. Okay, you stand like a pine tree, straight. Okay, stand straight like a pine tree. A pine tree reaches very high in the sky, and yet it's straight like an arrow. Okay, why is it hard to stand up like a pine tree? except for old people whose spine is weaker, they tend to bend a little bit. So they're exempt from that. But for normal people, young people, when you sit and you stand like a pine tree, it's possible because how? These are the secrets that the Chinese don't explain to their own anymore. Maybe I shouldn't tell you either. Okay, we skip that one, huh? It's not fair to the Chinese. How come we learn from a Chinese, now we understand more than the Chinese? Okay, Chinese people, what do you know about why you have to stand like a pine tree? Why? Huh? Chinese people, okay? We will exempt the non-Chinese people because we are not Chinese. We don't need to know. But the Chinese people, this is from them. These are their secret recipes. There must be a reason for it. Anyone knows? Spy number 1, do you know? Did your Chinese master teach you? Look at that. It's right, number 1 for spy number 1.
Mô Phật, cái đó là mình cũng chưa có tu qua, mình cũng chưa biết, mà mình cũng chưa có học hỏi qua, mà mình cũng không có hiểu những cái chuyện đó.
Master, I haven't cultivated, I haven't learned it yet, so I don't know.
Okay, anyone who has cultivated it, who has learned it, what do you know? See, Chinese, no explanation at all. You just do it, okay? You just do it, and you do it long enough, and then someday you say, that's why. Okay? And in order to save you time, in order to save the Chinese time, and be proud of the Chinese heritage, huh? Okay? Because the Chinese teacher would not teach them. I will explain to you why today, okay? The reason that you don't stand up straight is because, would you like to know? Check yourself now. Because I tell this after you know this, you have to check yourself. We agree? Huh? Why you see some people like this, some people like that? Well, except for old people, of course. All due respect to old people. Those poor people are too weary, too tired of carrying the weight of the world their entire lives. Okay, so we understand why they cannot stand straight anymore. But for young people, for the younger people, the reason they don't stand up straight is because they have desires. They're seeking. So there's tension in the body. That's why the body, the posture is not straight. Look at the monks and the nuns who cannot stand straight. It's because they have desires here. If you don't have desire, think about it. If you're in a hurry, can you walk straight? Think about it, just yourself. When you're in a hurry, you go like this, right? You cannot go like this and be in a hurry because it's not natural, right? When you're in a hurry, you go like this because you have desire in your mind. When you have no desires, what's the hurry? Where is the fire? What is the big deal? I left the home life already. So we have no money to pay for the mortgage. So what? Then I cut off the electricity. Big deal. just have to take a cold shower. It would help my case. See that? Pay attention. So, see, you left home people, are you paying attention? You are like this because you have desire in your head. But when you have no desires, naturally, get that? Agree or disagree? Number 3. Sleeping, lying down in a bowl. Okay? You lie down on the right-hand side and so forth, and your body takes on the shape of a bowl. Okay? That's supposedly the best position for sleeping. And this, I don't know why is sleeping in a bowl such a good thing, because even Buddhas do this. And I'm no Buddha, and therefore I don't understand. Okay? When you become a Buddha, please come back and teach me. I haven't figured out yet why you have to sit in a bowl, sleep in a bowl, the bowl position. All right? What I do know is that you sit like this, then you tend to be more arrogant than most people. Agree or disagree? Huh? Notice the people who sit, on the back. You sleep on the back and straight like this. They tend to be full of themselves. Did you know that? I'm trying to go back and see those types of people. And that's what it is. Okay? Anyway, and finally, walk like a breeze. Okay? Walking like a breeze. You walk as a soft breeze, the spring breeze coming. It blows very gently. Okay? And why? And because you are relaxed. Okay? You are supposed to be in a state of relaxation. Okay? So that even when you need to go somewhere, you still go there in a state of being relaxed. So you don't waste your energy. Okay? All right? So those are the 4 states of comportment. Okay? So that's what, when you left home person, you especially your 4th stage arhat, you observe these people. They carry themselves in that way. Okay? And so that state of these 4 awesome comportments actually are the manifestation of 4th stage arhat. So in other words, those people, whether left home person or ordinary people or lay people, once they reach 4th stage arhat, they naturally function like that. They carry themselves that way, naturally. All right? Okay. Why do we go? Oh, that's girl here. I mess up my slides. Okay. So this type of special group of platform people who have left the home life behind and manifest through the body and through the minds. Okay, and these are the kinds of people that we seek after and we train. Okay, these people will be exemplary individuals who will be able to represent the sagely Sangha. Okay, they're desirable because they're worthy representatives. Okay, and this is what makes me very pleased in that our program may be small, but our people are not quite there yet with the awesome appointments, because it seems like it's only today they just heard about it. But there's hope for them. Okay? That in fact they are pretty good. These disciples' minds remind me of the times when I went to one of the top schools in the country for the master's degree, my MBA program, and one of the top schools. And what I remember back in those years is that I was a lot more impressed by my peers than by my teachers. Many of my peers were frighteningly smart, so sharp that they could dance circles around their teachers, our teachers, okay, who would make a lot of noise, but they lack the mind lacks the sharpness of the youth we had. And I'm sure I didn't keep in touch with them, but I'm sure these individuals that made a strong impression in my mind went on to have a brilliant careers and did meaningful things in our field. Okay, and so that's why you go to these places, these programs, is in order to be with such people. Okay, and so that's why our programs here, I'm very pleased to be able to step back and let my students be the examples, and so that the newcomers can learn from these old timers. Okay, where they are exhibiting the wisdom and the samadhi power that is typical of the concept of Buddhist left-home people, Buddhist Sangha. We have very high standards, and we need to maintain those standards in order for the Mahayana to prosper and the roots to grow deeper in the U.S. and the rest of the world. Okay, so that's why we may be small, but our standards are very high. They may not look it in that they still hunt around and run around like a chicken without his head. Okay, but they, if under normal circumstances for left-home people, when they're supposed to be served from head to toe, whereas our people, because we're small, we're growing too fast, they are scrambling to keep up with my demands and what we need to do for the lay people, that we don't have time to worry and train about these 4 awesome compartments. Okay, the only thing that matters to me is whether they keep improving or not. Okay, as long as they keep improving, then I'm happy. I don't need to worry about the small details of the 4 awesome compartments, because those are secondary. Okay, what we emphasize is the heart. Okay. All right. Any questions? Okay. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that You left home people continue to improve and make GuanYin Bodhisattva proud of you, so that in this lifetime, I hope you'll be able to utilize the GuanYin Bodhisattva's many Dharma doors we've been training you. Okay, there's more that I will train in the future when we reach a certain level, certain level of momentum, and we will be much better organized. Okay, then I will even give you the next set of Dharma doors for you to cultivate, and so that some of you will be able to do that, so that you can be the future spiritual leaders of the world. Okay, and maybe we have one for each continent. One for Europe, one for North America, one for South America. Se habla español. One for Australia, and so forth. One for Africa, and so forth. Okay, it is my hope that some of you, third generation of Mahayana people, would make sacrifices, and don't make me wait for too long, because my time is running out. We don't have much time left, and it takes at least 10 years for the first phase, and at least 5 more years for the next phase, for you to reach the unreachable. Okay, we are preparing for that phase where these group of people will be selected and supported, so that they reach higher level, so that they become true spiritual leaders of the world. Okay, and that's my ambition. Okay. All right. Questions or comments? By the way, doesn't matter if you're a man or woman or child. Okay, black or white, or yellow. Okay, young or old, doesn't matter at all. Okay, everyone has a fair chance. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you all for coming. Oh, there's a question from Q&A. Go ahead, Q&A.
Emitofuo, Master. The things you were just talking about right now, they're very motivating. But I've been wanting to ask you a question about the Dharma Ending Age, because when I think about it and when people talk about it, it kind of makes you feel a little gloomy about the future for Buddhism. So I was just wondering, like, is there anything that we can do to prolong it, or to make sure that Buddhism can still prosper, like you say, take roots here or everywhere?
Good question. Okay, Dharma Ending Age. By definition, Dharma Ending Age is an era where the Dharma disappears. In particular, the Shrangama Sutra disappears, and the demons are proliferating, and the good people are retreating. So that's what the definition is. Okay, it's not the time. Okay, it's about what happens in the world. Okay, So in general, this is a Dharma Ending Age is because Buddhism disappearing. For example, people don't understand Chan anymore. People don't understand Pure Land anymore. Okay, what they practice out there is a semblance of Pure Land or semblance of meditation, but it's not the true Chan meditation and the patriarchs taught. Okay, so that's why it's called Dharma Ending Age. Because of that, every single generation, Buddhism shrinks and becomes more corrupt. Now, and I admit I'm among them. Okay, I was among them. You become a monk because you hope that you have a lot of disciples. You have a big temple. And you have a lot of money or bitcoins, something like that, cryptocurrencies. Okay, so you those are the aspirations of the left-form people nowadays. They plan to go to university, get a degree in Buddhism, Buddhology from a famous program, and then they come back and they want to lecture. It's so full of people. The lecture hall is full of people because this monk here has a degree from a famous Buddhist institution with a Buddhist with a great Buddhist department. So that's the typical symptoms of the Dharma Ending Age, because you go for appearances, you don't go for samadhi anymore. What makes the monks different from our world as opposed to your world, in our world, what separates us is our samadhi level. Okay? There's a hierarchy based on our samadhi level. It's not about by gender, it's not by wealth, but not by fame, by reputation, but it's by our samadhi level. Okay? So that's how we rank ourselves in our true Buddhist world. But most Buddhist monks and nuns don't understand that anymore. Okay? That's why I'm hoping to change. In our small temples, I learned from my great Chinese master, it's about samadhi power. Not only about samadhi power, but it's about developing your samadhi power. My samadhi power doesn't matter because it's mine. It does nothing for you. It's about your samadhi power that interests me. Mine, I have it already, or I don't have it at all. Doesn't matter. But Buddhism is about you. What can we do for you? Okay? And so in the Dharma Ending Age, the Dharma is disappearing because people are going after the wrong things. Okay? So it's true, the Dharma Ending Age. However, where we are, in each temple we have, okay? We have the proper Dharma because we have Chan, okay? Where we teach Chan in order for people to reach fourth stage Arhat. Many have, both lay people and left-home people. And then they also the Dharma of Chan, where you can see your nature, become a Buddha. Master YongHua did that, and we use the same program. Okay, so wherever Master YongHua went, okay, there was a proper Dharma. There was no Dharma Ending Age at his temples. Okay, so that's the difference, Daniel. That is, in our temples, there's a proper Dharma. There's no Dharma Ending Age at all. So you see, you should understand that as in terms of what happens to the Dharma, not in terms of the time period. There is, in other words, when Master YongHua was alive, even though this is a Dharma Ending Age, he was creating these bubbles where the proper Dharma proliferated, prospered. Okay? When he left, he had around 30 way places where they taught the proper Dharma. Okay? And that's what we try to do as well. It is my small ambition, because I picked it up from the sixth patriarch, Venerable Huineng, Great Master Huineng. I hope that by the time I retire, and very soon I hope, that I will have enough disciples, good enough, just like the model Master Huineng did, contrary to Master Hsuan. Master Hsuan left everything in a lump. Master Huineng sent his disciples all over and set up their own bubbles, their own spheres of influence where they would propagate the proper Dharma. So I hope to do that too, by the time I'm done. Okay? That I also have, if I'm lucky enough to have a bunch of disciples that I can send out to maybe various continents. Okay? So that they can anchor the proper Dharma in those places. That's my personal ambition. Okay? And with that, there's no such a thing as a big umbrella. It will be divided among these people so that they can do their work. Okay? Won't be much to divide, but we divide everything. Okay? So that the good ones don't need to kowtow to idiots, and they get to do their own things. Okay? So like Master Huineng's disciples, each one of them has their own particular skills. That's why they had to go to separate directions and set up their own spheres of influence, their own bubbles, where the proper Dharma proliferated. That's why we hope it's going to happen. So the short answer to the question, what about this Dharma Ending Age, is not here in our temple, not at all. The reason it's the Dharma Ending Age is because the demons confuse the monks and nuns. We won't let it happen in our temple. Okay? All right. Thank you all. We'll we should do the lunch offering, huh? Okay. And today announcement, we also have a refuge ceremony at what time? 4 p.m. And Master Xian Jie will be presiding the White Hope. Okay? All right. I'm not sure where we're going to send the White Hope. Which continent? Maybe Africa.